Black Academy.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Good Feet, and we're back with Building One Fast Manual G80 vlog episode number 25. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Just like usual, your boy's doing good on this side. You know my motto, any day above ground is a good day. But we have a very important episode this episode. I think I already briefly talked about it either the last episode or the episode before. So you guys should already know what is coming on this episode. This episode we are finally starting to unlock some of the power in the G80. So in particular, we are going to be pulling our DME, our ECU out of the G80 today, and then sending it over to Femto. Now, this is something that I should have done over the last 2 weeks or so, but it's just been a lot going on at work and just in my family life, so I just haven't had time to set aside to take care of this. We finally do, so today is the day. Already purchased and paid for all of this stuff, but like I said, about 2 weeks ago, but we're finally getting to it today. But before we knock out and get into any of that, let's knock out you guys' favorite segment of the show. What are the good feats of the day? We got a calm classic today. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've been blessing you guys with so much heat lately. It's time to throw a mid, in there. Which, for some people, this is going to be a mid. But for my OG sneaker collectors, we know what this is. This is a classic. So we got ourselves a regular just Nike tan box. Nothing too impressive about the box there. Just do it on the front. Nike logo on the top. Crack this bad boy open. Regular standardized tissue paper. But we got ourselves the Taxi 12s, boys and girls. Yeah, it's a fire shoe. This was a shoe that, like, when I was a kid, everybody wanted to have. So now as an adult, it's only right that I have them. I didn't have the Taxi 12s in a long time. Last time I had these were the original release. That was, like, back in, like, 90-something or whatever. So, yeah, this is definitely a calm classic. Nice touches with the gold eyelets and, the Taxi and gold on the bottom sole and everything. But the vibe just like any other shoe. Let's throw these on the feet. Let's slide to the back of the man cave, and let's preview these and see what they look like in person.
Black Academy.
All right, and there you guys have it, the classic OG Taxi 12s. But all right, like I alluded to a little bit before we did and the preview of the good feats of the day, we are going to be unlocking the ECU or sending it out to get unlocked. We're not doing that work here. My HOA is kind of a pain in the ass. They just give us problems about putting car covers on and my neighbors and all sorts of nonsense. So we're going to be going over to my boy X house that has the M5, the E39. He said I could use his driveway for a couple days, so I'll park the GD up there, pull this DME, and then head off to get it shipped out to Miami to Femto. So all right, let's slide outside. Let's head over to X crib, and then I'll catch y'all over there. All right, so we made it over to my guy X house. We're about to pull a DME. The DME is right under that cover there, so I got to take that top brace bar off. But before we even get into any of that, we have to disconnect the battery. So I already have everything out of the trunk and the battery exposed. You do not want to pull the car's computer or the DME with having power still sent to it. That's a bad day for everybody. So I'm going to disconnect the battery, and then I'll catch you guys up front when we start getting everything prepped for removal of the DME. All right, so I have the top strut brace removed, and then also have the cover removed, and there you guys can see there goes the DME right in there. I have to remove all of these plugs here. I have some painter's tape, and I'm going to label all the plugs so we know where to put them back when they come. And then we also have it on video just in case those should rub off. But I'm going to start disconnecting these plugs and labeling them. That way we can get to the exposed DME. All right, let me start doing that, and then I'll be right back with you guys. All right, so I think all the plugs that I need to disconnect. There's still two plugs down there that has been a little difficult coming out. But from what it looks like, all of the main connections to the ECU is unplugged. So I'm going to try to slip this out from there. If I can, then I will see you guys on the other side. If not, then I will figure out a way to remove those two other plugs. But I feel like I'm going to damage some plugs coming out, so I'd rather not. But all right, let me see if I can get this ECU out, and I'll be back with you guys. All right, so like I thought, I was able to not remove those two plugs, which are good. I wish I would have known that to begin with, because I ended up losing one of the locking tabs to that. But that'll be a future Dave problem. But we were able to get the DME out. So what I'm going to end up doing right now is just running over to UPS, throwing this in a package, getting it sent to Femto. Femto, when I talked to them, I said it's about like a 2 or 3 day turnaround. And then getting it sent to them and back. I'm definitely glad that this is something that I dug in myself. Typically, a lot of people overpay going to shops to go do this. This is, again, like another project. This is extremely simple to knock out. And then the cost wasn't bad at all. It was like shipping label and unlock and everything included. I think it was like $530 or something for the whole process. But all right, let's head over to UPS, get this sent down to Miami, and then I'll be right back with you guys. All right, y'all. We just got back to the man cave. I just got back from UPS just now. We took the ECU over to UPS, bubble wrapped it up all good, sent it out. I was gonna record a little bit when I was in UPS, but it was a zoo in there. I was in UPS for like almost an hour. So you guys did not want to see that or be there with me for that. So now the first step or the first half of the process is done as far as our end. Now I'm just waiting. Femto did overnight shipping, so they should get the ECU tomorrow. That means it should be unlocked tomorrow and then sent back to us tomorrow as well. So now we just play the waiting game and wait to receive the package back from Femto. So let's fast forward a couple days till when that package comes in. All right, I just got home from work, and what do you know? My ECU is back in the building. That was an extremely fast turnaround. Shoutouts to Femto Miami. They were able to get this here and back in 2 days, literally. It was a little more than that because I sent it on a weekend. I sent it on a Friday. So it took UPS some time to get it there. But if I would have sent it on a Monday, I would end up getting it back on Wednesday. So they received it on Monday. They received it yesterday, unlocked it, and it was back in UPS's hands like an hour or two after the unlock. So they had it for about like 4 hours and it was back my direction. So super ecstatic and happy with the quick turnaround. Let's open this box and check out the ECU, make sure everything's all good to go. All right, the ECU is back in one piece. Everything looks good. Let's head over to my guy Xavier house. That way we can throw this ECU back in and get this car back up and running. All right, I'll catch y'all over at X house. All right, y'all, we made it back over my guy X crib. we got the ECU and the Tucson. About to throw this back in the car, and then fingers crossed, hopefully this thing starts up and gives me no problems. But all right, let's get this car cover off and then start getting the DME back in. All right, got the ECU out of the Tucson and all out of the bubble wrap. About to just move these cables and everything out the way, slide and get the actual DME locked back into place, and start putting connectors back in. Let me get this ECU in and get the connectors in, and then I'll be right back to the camera with you guys, and then I'll be here with y'all for the first startup. All right, got the DME back in. Got all the plugs and everything connected and back secure. Unfortunately, I closed the trunk. Even though I did put something in the latch to stop it from closing, it's still closed. So I have the Tucson up behind me. I'm just going to put power to the power posts under the hood. See if I can get the car to wake up, and then pop the trunk in and connect the battery, and then try to start the car. Fingers crossed, hopefully everything goes well. Let me put power to this, try to get this trunk open, and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, we are inside the car. I'm attempting to start it for the first time. Hopefully this thing starts right now. Yes. Car started up just fine. I'm gonna let it sit here and warm up, since I haven't started the car in a couple days, and then I'll go for like a 5 or 10 minute drive around the neighborhood just to make sure I don't get any check engine lights or any other kind of indications or warnings. But this is a definite good sign. All right, y'all. Everything is back installed and good to go. The ECU, the DME, is back in the vehicle. The car starts, drives fine, no codes, no anything. I drove around for about 15 to 20 minutes. Got it in the boost and everything like that. So that is a great sign. Definitely am extremely nervous when doing stuff like this, but everything worked out fine. We're about to head back over to the house and wrap up this video. But before I do, I want to show you my guy X's M5. Every time I see this damn car, I love it. You just can't get no better than this, bro. I ain't gonna lie, BMW been doing their thing with M's for so long. The E39 M5 is still so iconic. All these years later, this car is fire, bro. Love the champagne gray. But all right, y'all, shout out to my boy X for allowing me to keep the car here for a couple days while I work through all of this madness. Let's head back over to the house, and then I'll get with you guys when we're back in the man cave. All right, y'all, we made it back in the Good Feets man cave. All right, so everything was a complete success today. We were able to get the ECU back from Femto and Femto Miami, and get the ECU back in the car. Everything's running fine. Everything is good to go. So I'm really excited and ecstatic about that. Glad the whole process went well. And the price, like I said, was not bad at all for all my guys that are interested. From where I am, including overnight shipping both directions, it was $529 for the unlock and everything. So you really cannot beat that. And then off the shelf maps with the MHD adapter and the super license and everything, total I think I spent like $700 or $800 something dollars. So all in all, was able to get the car an extra like 300 horsepower, an extra like 200 plus torque, all for the matter of $1,400 to $1,500. You really cannot beat that, and that is damn near stock for stock. You can do that. I have exhaust on my car, obviously, and my clutch and all that other stuff like that, but without having to do any of that, the car can still, damn near make those same power numbers. So that's insane. The platform, the G80 platform, the S58 platform is insane. Like, it's insane. But all right, we'll wrap up the video here. Y'all know the vibes. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and help spread this channel and the good news. But I will catch you guys next vlog. Next vlog is going to be an even better vlog. Next vlog, we're actually going to finally tune this car and get the power out of this car that we should do. So I'm going to do a 93 map, and I'm going to mess around with the ethanol, the E40 and whatnot, and see how this car gets down. But I appreciate the love and support, and I'll catch you guys next week.